¿Qué dice Derek? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenido. ¿Qué onda? Vengo a ver, dice por acá Derek. Venís a ver el curso. Ay, joder, no tengo la luz encendida. Voy a encender esta luz. Ahí está. Medio se ilumina bien la cara. Bien, bien tranquilo. ¿Cómo ha estado tu día? ¿Qué hiciste el día de hoy? Voy a bajarle un poquito la luz. Y pues qué buena onda que estás por acá. Justo yo estaba pensando hace un rato qué onda hacer con el curso. Hoy fue un día estresante porque en el chance me tocó que hacer la planilla para los albañiles. Ufa. Esos días de pago, los números, yo creo que es complejo. ¿Lo manejas con alguna tabla de Excel, algún software de pagos o cómo lo manejas? Solo Excel. Ah, va. Buenísimo. Buenísimo. A ver, déjame. ¿Sabes que me voy a quitar los audífonos? Voy a poner la música desde las bocinas. ¡Ay! Casi me arranco el micrófono. Solo lleno y que en la oficina se hagan caca. Esa es la actitud. Pues al menos yo creo que te quitas cierta parte también del estrés al delegar un poco con la demás gente. Y pues está bien, va. ¿Le estás entrando algo de Unreal Engine, Derek? ¿Qué te parece Unreal Engine? ¿Qué te ha parecido lo que hemos visto hasta ahora en el curso? Es interesante. La verdad es que sí, Unreal Engine es súper cool. Hay un montón de cosas que se pueden hacer. La verdad es que hay un montón de cosas. Porque ando aprendiendo a usar Revit. No sé qué es Revit, contame qué es Revit. Revit, no sé qué es Revit, contame qué es Revit. Vamos a googlear aquí Revit. Autodesk Revit. Para hacer renders y otras cosas de ingeniería. Ah, qué chilero. Sí, se mira. Se mira cool de las cosas de Autodesk, que son los que hacen AutoCAD. Sí, planos estructurales, estructuras metálicas. Esto ya es otro nivel, pues. Yo hago edificios, pero no me preocupa la solidez de los ejercicios o qué tan estructuralmente bien diseñados están. Pero la verdad es que sí, súper cool. Súper cool lo que se mira que se puede hacer con Revit. Por cierto que hoy es 6 de junio, ya estamos en junio, entonces recuerden irse al Marketplace de Unreal Engine. Nos vamos aquí a Marketplace. Y aquí nos vamos a Free y nos vamos a Free for the Month. Y ya tenemos el contenido gratuito del mes. Y como les he dicho, ponen contenido genial, buenísimo. Hay que añadirlo, agárrenlo, lo ponen. Agarran siempre algo que ponen permanente para la colección de Unreal Engine de las cosas que son free. Pero algunas cosas solo son para el mes. Pero o sea, por ejemplo, acabo de añadir 5 cosas a mi carrito que están gratis ahora. El total de todo esto hubiera sido $179.95. Y lo están regalando. A veces ha llegado como a $1,500 el contenido que ellos dan mensual gratuito. Entonces, siempre asegúrense de agarrar el contenido gratis de Unreal Engine. Puede que en el momento ustedes no le den uso o no le vayan a dar uso o no le miren uso, pero más adelante si tienen algún proyecto pues les puede venir bastante pues a la mano. Podemos ver aquí que tenemos un Stylized Winter City Environment que era pagado usualmente. Y si carga en algún momento, entonces les voy a enseñar de qué trata. Pero, qué buena onda, Derek, que estás utilizando Revit. Métele con todo. Yo tengo una historia bien cool de alguien que conozco de aquí de Guatemala también. Que aquel utilizando un software que se me olvidó el nombre. Creo que es Revit, la verdad es que no recuerdo si es Revit. Utilizando algún software de los que se utilizan para normalmente arquitectura. Aquel empezó a modelar cosas en 3D para una colección que él quería probar NFTs. Entonces, aquel hizo una colección que se llama The Lucky Phantom Bunch. La empezó a trabajar y empezó a trabajar en varios como fantasmitas y cosas así super cool, hechos con algún programa de arquitectura, porque aquel, pues ese es su rollo. Da la casualidad que aquel le metió pues bastante tiempo a eso, le gustó y lo estaba haciendo realmente por experimentar, no por sacar dinero. Y en algún momento Gary Vaynerchuk de VaynerMedia hizo un post en Twitter que dijo: comenten con la colección de NFTs que están trabajando, y aquel puso el link a la colección de The Lucky Phantom Bunch. Gary V la vio, hizo un comment de que había visto la colección y que le parecía genial y compró uno de los de Lucky Phantom Bunch. La gente se volvió loca con esta compra. Obviamente empezaron a querer conseguir cualquiera de los fantasmitas de The Lucky Phantom Bunch, y pues aquel le cambió la vida haber interactuado con Gary Vaynerchuk en ese comentario. Y pues super cool. Los últimos 2 años lo han invitado a NFT NYC, que es un proyecto en New York. Bueno, es un evento en New York donde están pues los mayores expositores de NFTs y colecciones, etcétera. Aquel ha estado ahí. La verdad es que sí, super cool. Y ya no cargó esto clásico de la plataforma esta, que a veces es medio rancia. Vamos a ver, Marketplace. Tú puedes Marketplace. Y bueno, punto y aparte de lo que quería hacer el día de hoy era pues empezar a ver un poquito de a dónde le dábamos dirección para seguir haciendo el curso. Vamos nuevamente a Free for the Month. Hay un montón de cosas que podemos empezar a hacer, y ya se los había dicho. Algo que a mí me gusta mucho, que yo creo que a mí me da como cierto tipo de... me da buen trip, es hacer mundos en Unreal Engine, agarrar assets, empezar a ponerlos juntos, empezar a diseñar casas, diseñar un camino, diseñar cierta forma de... ¿cómo se llama esto? Sería como un journey, un curso el que el usuario va a tomar generalmente cuando está jugando algún juego. Entonces eso a mí me gusta un montón. Yo creo que durante los próximos cursos, ya que hemos visto un montón de las cosas básicas de Unreal Engine, vamos a empezar a ver un montón de cosas de modelado. Bueno, no modelado directamente, sino cómo empezar a hacer lo que estuvimos haciendo en este curso pequeño intermedio que duró como 5 capítulos. Que vamos a empezar a añadir diferentes escenas dentro de un mundo y empezar a construir algo más grande, empezar a ver los pequeños detalles, empezar a añadir esos pequeños game cues que son bien interesantes cuando ustedes están haciendo un juego. Eso estaba hablando hace unos días con un par de amigos, de que cuando uno juega un juego, como jugador, pues no te das cuenta del montón de cosas que ya están ahí que hacen que el juego sea bueno. O sea, si tú no te das cuenta de las cosas porque el juego es bueno, sin embargo, o sea, si hay mucho trabajo detrás de cómo hacer que tú imperceptiblemente o de una forma como relativamente fácil te des cuenta que tienes que irte por allá y no por acá, y que no esté como tan súper, no sé, va como que marcado en naranja lo que tenés que hacer, sino que hay pequeños hints, hay pequeños cues visuales, auditivos que te dejan saber de que hay algo que tienes que hacer dentro del mundo. Entonces, ese pensamiento detrás de hacer un juego es algo también muy interesante que uno aprende a hacer. Cómo empezar a hacer los cues visuales y auditivos para que la gente tome acción en diferentes cosas del juego. Esa es una de las cosas que es súper cool también cuando se crean los escenarios de un mundo. Y otra de las cosas súper cool que se puede hacer es pues también empezar a diseñar con una meta final en mente. Generalmente es muy fácil empezar a como hacer cualquier cosa en Unreal Engine, creo yo. Pues no es súper fácil, pero o sea, es como más intuitivo hacer cosas porque lo quieres hacer y quieres experimentar y quieres poner assets juntos, assets modulares. Sin embargo, cuando tú tienes una meta bien específica de lograr un escenario para un jugador, quieres llevarlo de punto A a punto B, entonces tienes que empezar a tomar ciertas cosas más en serio. Como por ejemplo, hacer unos bounds, se llama, que es hacer que el usuario no se pueda desviar de ciertos caminos o desviar mucho de la ruta, a menos que sea obviamente un mundo abierto y quieras darle una super experiencia bien abierta. Pero si no es así, tienes que empezar a encauzar al jugador a que camine en ciertas cosas. Entonces empiezas a, por ejemplo, diseñar tu mundo de tal forma de que las casas están juntas una con otra. Tienes como de repente cierto caminito que puedes caminar en medio de las casas, pero llegas a un tope, hay un basurero, hay alguna cosa para que no puedas seguir caminando. Entonces esas cosas se tienen que tener en cuenta cuando tú diseñas un juego. Sí hay que dar detalles, sí hay que dar formas de que el usuario pueda interesarse. También algo a mí que me gusta mucho de hacer juegos es hacer cosas escondidas, pero eso es porque yo crecí en la época en lo que había muchos easter eggs en los juegos. Pues yo nací jugando el NES y el SNES hasta el cansancio. Y era muy buena experiencia encontrar cosas escondidas en los juegos, me recuerdo eso. Y a mí pues en el juego que estoy diseñando, definitivamente tengo áreas escondidas, cosas que uno a veces piensa que las cosas como que solo están ahí porque están ahí, pero la verdad es que en un montón de juegos tienen una utilidad tener las cosas en su lugar. Damn, those are beautiful. Hope Twitch puts up captions. Want to learn this kind of stuff. Hey Kobe, nice to have you here. First time chat. Hope to see you again. I was actually asking some of the creators if they wanted to learn Unreal Engine so I could do some of the content in English. I do have an accent, but I think most of the people will be able to understand what I'm teaching when I'm talking about Unreal Engine. So yeah, whenever you want it, if you're interested, I'm all ears, and we can start an Unreal Engine course in English. That would be nice. At the moment, the people that are well actually watching the stream, they usually speak Spanish. Some of them understand English, but I think they are more fluent in Spanish. But yeah, I was talking about Unreal Engine, what's gonna be the direction of the course from now on, because we're already 15 classes in, so it's about 16 to 18 hours of Unreal Engine content. So yeah, I'm deciding what's gonna be the course of action from now on with the course, Unreal Engine course. So we're gonna do a lot of scenarios, a lot of like different, I don't know, like places where we can be in. I was talking about the content we have in Unreal Engine that is like really good, super high quality. So we're gonna use a lot of this content to do some of the scenarios. But yeah, happy to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. What are you doing today? Yeah, I'm up for it. Basic, at least. Dude, your English is top notch. Yeah, go on with doing Spanish. I'll tune in for actions. Then we'll ask you how those can be done. Yeah, that's fine as well. We can do a Spanglish course. I can do Spanish and English. But yeah, Unreal Engine is super fun. You can do a lot of things in Unreal Engine. There's a lot of free content, and with the free content you can just start like putting together all of the assets, and you can do something really amazing. In the past courses, I'm gonna show you what we did. So we started a scene from scratch, and we did like all the landscape and the textures. We did some modeling on the landscape, so we could build some mountains and a river and a lake. So I'm gonna pull up the project we were working on right now. So it took us five classes to achieve this. So it's just loading right now. But yeah, this is what we did during the last 5 classes. My kid loves Roblox and Fortnite. Want to learn this stuff and teach him how to make game modes for him and his friend to enjoy. Yeah, that's really nice. Actually, I was teaching my daughter, my 9-year-old, how to use the Roblox Studio, and also, well, she's still learning. She can get the hang of it, and probably I'm gonna teach her how to use the Fortnite Unreal Engine option that we have right now, which is really cool. But yeah, this is what we did during the last 5 classes. We started from scratch. So we did landscape. This is landscape material. It has an auto landscape material. And these are some of the trees. I removed the wind on the trees because Unreal Engine 5.2 is, I don't know, it has a glitch with air. Air makes things look really nice, but it's breaking up stuff over here. I'm gonna show you what happens when I turn on the air. Where is the blueprint? And yeah, there's a lot of changes in the world right now, so there isn't really a need to learn like programming languages, so you can do top-notch games in Unreal Engine or other engines. Yeah, precisely, and this is good stuff to be added on a resume too. Yeah, definitely. So this is the wind and I have it off. If I turn it on, the trees go crazy. So yeah, Unreal Engine stuff, whenever they release a new version, stuff breaks. So I have it off. It's super crazy. So I figure it's the wind and some of the meshes on the content, but I haven't found a way to fix that. And we added some, I don't know, details on the scene. These are meshes that give like more of that scenic view to the scenario we have over here. And we were doing a castle over here by the lake using modular assets, and we also did a shiny floor over here to reflect some of the light. But yeah, we were doing this for the past 5 classes because it's flowing from below. Yeah, I'm not sure why the wind breaks the trees. I'm not sure what happens. It's just a bug in Unreal Engine 5.2. This is the latest version. In 5.1, it looks really good, but on this version is like, I don't know, something broke. So whenever you activate wind on the trees, they just stop working. Yeah, and it's amazing what you can do in Unreal Engine. And we did this using free content from the Quick Sale Marketplace. If we go over here to Window and we go to Quick Sale Bridge, you have like 14,000 assets that you can use for free. There we go. So we have 3D assets. It's kind of slow. So we have some 3D assets that you can use. This is all for free. Even if you do a game and you're trying to sell the game, you don't have to pay for this. Yeah, these are all for free. You have 3D assets, you have 3D plants. No, actually Unreal Engine is free. You can just get it from the Epic Games launcher. So if you go to Epic Games launcher, you have the store and your games, and then you have the Unreal Engine option at the bottom. And over here you just go to library and you can add Unreal Engine version over here. So you can choose any of the different Unreal Engine versions. 5.1.1 probably is the most stable. This is the latest one. 4.2.7 is the, I don't know, a lot of people still use it, but it's like the old version. And it's free. Unreal Engine is free. If you do a game in Unreal Engine and you sell more than $10 million, you need to pay, I don't know, like 10%, depending on the type of things you're doing. But it's like super fine. If you make $10 million, I bet you're not gonna complain for 10%. So yeah, there's a lot of free content over here. If you go to the marketplace for Unreal Engine, I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So you go over here to the free section and we have the free for the month. Bro, from the previous landscape, how do you add the character sprite? Have you tried making it playable? It's actually super easy with Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine has templates. So whenever you want to add a character, you just use the third-person character blueprint and we just hit play and you have your character over here, so you can control it. So this is actually playable. Well, you can navigate on it. It's not playable because you need to add some sort of interactions so it can be playable. But you can use a mannequin and the mannequin is rigged. And you can basically do something like this, like super easy. You just pick the third person template for any of the projects. Then you can do what is called rig. Yeah, it's awesome, and you can get also characters for free in the Unreal Engine Marketplace. So if we go to Paragon, we have the Paragon characters. All of these characters are free, and they are using the Unreal Engine skeleton. Is the Epic skeleton. So you can use that one and you can auto rig it, you can say, and that's it. You can do the same. You just add it to your project and it's gonna be rigged, and it has some animations and stuff so you can even do attacks, and they have skins and stuff like that. It's super cool, and they are free. They are high quality characters. I can actually show you that one. If we add it to the project, we just go to 5.2. Oh, show all projects. Where is it? Add to project. It's gonna download it. Might take a bit. I have some free time before and after the Metapixel event. You should teach me the basics, senpai. Yeah, I'd be happy to. Yeah, like I said, we've been doing Unreal Engine classes in Spanish for the past 15 weeks. So we can start doing that from scratch in English. So if you're up to it, yeah, I can happily teach you how to use Unreal Engine. And we can go from scratch. We started with the basics, which is basically getting to know the interface. This is the viewport, and we have the outliner over here. In the outliner, you have all of the assets that you have in this scene over here. So let's say I have a cube over here. If I double click it, I'm gonna go find the cube. And the cube is basically what I use for the floor, and I just applied a texture to it. So it looks like this. And I change some of the settings of the texture so it looks shiny. And a lot of the things that you do in Unreal Engine, like they are like built on the engine. You don't have to do the math or break your head with stuff like in Unity to do shaders and stuff like that. Like a lot of the things are built in. So it's super easy to start with Unreal Engine. Then again, for the water is just a plane. As you can see, it's a water plane, and it has this water material. And we just changed some of the settings so we can have ripples and other stuff on the water. And we can change the colors, and it's like super easy. So we started with the user interface in Unreal Engine, and then from the user interface we moved to materials, which is learning how to mix like roughness and metallicity, metallic assets on Unreal Engine. We learned how to use the graph for materials. We learned some blueprints, basic blueprints to do a game. So we did a game where you had to evade some of the moving pillars we added onto a scene. Landscape material, we had a lesson on landscape material. We had a lesson on meshes. And yeah, there's a lot to learn. And we're just scratching the surface on Unreal Engine because there's a ton you can do over here, but it's super fun.
But don't be thinking we're gonna be impressed by any of your bittersweet. Our love's unique, so get used to it.
So Metapixel event. When is the Metapixel event?
Dream of it. But we did. The dream, that is.
Oh, and also the lights in Unreal Engine. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription. Thank you, Kobe. The Grand Saga event. Oh, right, you're an idol. I forgot. You're an idol for Metapixel. When is that starting? Is it like tomorrow? Today? I remember it was between these days. I have a lot of videos to do, man. I have a lot of content to post. I have a lot of content to edit. July? Oh man, I thought it was in June. Well, that's good because I have a ton of things to do. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for the subscription. So I was telling you about the lights in Unreal Engine. Probably that's one of the best things you have in Unreal Engine. Lights. They have the dynamic global lighting system. It's real time. You don't have to bake the lights like you had to do in Unreal Engine 4.2. Everything works real time. So what we have over here, this is the directional light. Basically, this is like the sunlight. So if we hit Control and L, we can move the location of the sun And as you can see, it updates the shadows in real time. And because we have a sky atmosphere, it's gonna graduate the light automatically, depending on the position of the sun. So if you put it, let's say, like this, like the sunset, you're gonna see that the light is a little bit orange, because that's how the light looks when the sun is like on the sunset. And as you approach to the midday, the sun goes a little bit blue. And as you can see, all of the shadows are changing in real time. So this is one of the best things you have in Unreal Engine. It is my pleasure. Don't want to miss this. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, so then I'm gonna start the Unreal Engine classes in English, probably next week. What day is the day that works better for you? I usually take Tuesdays for Spanish, and we could do probably Thursdays or Friday for the Unreal Engine course. But yeah, Unreal Engine is super nice. I love it. There's so much you can play with. And lights, that's the best. You can also play with a lot of different effects using post-process volume. Yeah, Thursday works. I have that for day off for work. That's nice. Then we can do Thursdays. Thursday at, over here it's 9 p.m. right now. We can probably do it a couple hours earlier. It would be like 7 p.m. for me. And I have the outline of the content that I made. Outline. So I usually write stuff because I lose train of thought. If someone asks me, I just lose it. So this is what I've been teaching, and I usually type what I'm gonna teach really quick. A couple of days I haven't made this document, and yeah, and it's been hard. I lose it like super fast, and I just go off track and go super deep into Unreal Engine. During a span of 100 people MMO, how can this hold up? Whenever you're doing something in Unreal Engine, like what you need to think about is probably the network you're gonna use. So usually you connect this to a couple of different servers if you're gonna have at least 100 people in a game. You can, depending on the type of game, if it's a persistent game where you need to have the servers on all the time and you don't have like matchmaking or stuff like that, you need powerful servers. But if you have matchmaking, FPS games where you play for a bit and then you disconnect and you have to go to the lobby and come back again, the process is a lot more simple for the servers. So you don't need something as powerful. And you can use Epic Online services for that. They provide free services for Epic Online services. So basically they give you the servers for free. And also you have a free tier in Microsoft PlayFab servers. And PlayFab, it's a plugin that is made for Unreal Engine that makes it super easy to connect a server to your build. So what you need to think about whenever you're thinking about a game, an online game, is that you need to do a lot of optimization on the game, so you're not loading a lot of different I don't know, like a lot of data, because that's gonna drive your costs like super high. And what is needed for this to work as an MMO? Wow. Um, you need to do a lot of things, like doing any type of game that is gonna be like an online game. You need to learn about replication. So you need to know how to promote certain events onto the server, and you need to optimize, like I'm saying, like a lot of these events so the game is smooth. There are like a lot of different ways you can do an online build for a game. Unreal Engine has something called Chunk Downloader, so it allows you to do a launcher, and the launcher basically detects like the latest changes that you've made to the game. You push them, and then it just downloads the latest updates, like you do with most MMO games. So this is something that is built in Unreal Engine. So you just gotta learn how to use that one. You have your launcher, you have to optimize the game, and then you have to make the connection with any online services. It's well, you gotta think about a lot of things actually to do that, but yeah, if you're keen on learning, there is quite a bit of information to read about doing an online game. It's not super hard, but it's something that you're gonna have to learn. And it took me a long time to learn how to do a build and connect it to a server, because these are like, I don't know, for me I felt like these were like hidden secrets of the game industry, because someone that had 10 years in the game development world gave me a document that showed me how to integrate Microsoft PlayFab and push it to a networking server. I checked a lot of online info, and no one had that exact information about the changes you need to do in the code, because you need to do some changes at the code level in C++, which is the language that you use for Unreal Engine. But it can be done. It can be done. It's not like super hard, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get a career in the gaming world, because I felt that a lot of information wasn't free or wasn't available, and only if you knew someone from the industry you could get to know that information and learn how to integrate different online services and learn all about networking. This is not like available out there. I don't know why. It's super weird. I was thinking about like a startup socialization hub for like in our Twitter Web3. Instead of Telegram, we can use this. That will be dope. Yeah, that's something that Mozilla Firefox did. They have something called Mozilla Labs, and instead of going into a Google Meet, you select a 3D character, you select a world, and then you go with your friends and you have a chat, and you have a spatial audio. So if you're too far away from your friends, you cannot hear what they are saying. So that's a really cool experiment they have. You have a limit, I think, of 8 people, but it would be something that you can do. Basically do a world, have some avatars. You have to learn also how to do user interfaces, which are widgets over here in Unreal Engine. So you can make the login pages and connect to different services. Microsoft PlayFab has a really cool login service, and they get a lot of the data from the game, and they get stats and all of that with the plugin they have in Unreal Engine. So that's super cool. Microsoft PlayFab, you can use it just for login if you want, and it's free. So if you wanna build a login and registration system and forgot password and all of the basic stuff, you can use Microsoft PlayFab for that, and it's super easy. There is a guy that I follow over here on Twitch. It's called Honest Dan Games, I believe. He has a video where he explains how to integrate Microsoft PlayFab login services to any of the games you have. So he goes over the process of doing a widget and integrating all of the different blueprints that you need to add to make it work. And it's about 2 hours, I think. So yeah, it's pretty nice, kind of simple. Do we need a BC to get this starting? Like, just watching you do this blows my mind. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm in the process right now of getting funding for the game, so it's been a fun process. It's been a lot of learning. The game, it's a survival game, the one I'm building, so it's been a long journey, super long. There's so much you need to think about, and there are so many systems that you have to build. I never thought it would be that complex, to be honest. When I started doing it, I just thought it would be cool to make a game and make it available for the different communities around the world. So I started working on it, and then I just realized it's gonna be, well, I've been working on it for almost 2 years now, and it's been a fun process. I've been learning a lot, and it's been super complex at the same time. There's so much you need to think about when you're building a game. It's not just about getting the visuals right, but about getting some of the mechanics and the core loop of the game and making it fun, because that's the basis of a game. It has to be fun, otherwise why make it? And I've seen in Web3 some games that are not fun. I think they were just trying to like milk the market or something like that, because it's just booming right now. And it's not cool, man. I hate when I come up with a game that is not fun to play, because that's what you're supposed to be doing, something fun for people. But yeah, there's so much to think about when you're doing games. You gotta think about, well, it depends how picky you wanna get, but the music of the game is super important. It gives it so much more sense, because when we have the character over here and he's just running and it doesn't have any sound, there is no sound from the lake. Whenever you're running, there is no sound from the grass or sound from the water. All of that makes a lot of sense. If you're going through the trees, you should be able to hear some sort of wind and probably some birds. And the audio in Unreal Engine is spatial, which is something like really cool. Depending on how close or far you are from things, you're gonna be able to hear it. So you can program sound close to the river over here, but if you go like super far away, you're not gonna be able to hear the river anymore. But yeah, sounds are super important, and it's just not like the usual sounds, but also you have like sound cues. Whenever you're doing something, you gotta let people know that something is gonna happen or something happened, and those are the game cues that you need to build into the game. And also you have like visual cues. If you want to let people know that probably one of this rock, I don't know, like a part of this rock over here, you can touch it and something is gonna happen. You have to build some sort of a cue, and it can be a different shading on the color of the mesh over here. But it doesn't have to be like super on your face at the same time. So there's a lot to think about games, and it's super fun, because once you learn how to build a game and you start building your own stuff, whenever you play another game, it's just a different world because you're aware of the amount of detail some of the games have. Like God of War. I remember I played God of War before I started my journey as a game developer. And after 2 years, I started after 2 years, I started with Unreal Engine. Wow, it was just crazy playing the game again and seeing how much attention to detail they have on everything in the game, how well structured the game is, how great is the story, and how they take you over the different places, and you know exactly where to go because it's super well done, and you're not thinking about it when you're playing the game because it's just super well done. That's what you're supposed to feel when you're playing a good game. You're just supposed to enjoy it and have a good time, and it should make sense. Just playing a game, it should make sense. If you play a game and you don't know where to go, where to start, or where to move, then probably you gotta double think about the journey you're giving to your users. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. We're gonna start with the Unreal Engine course in English next Thursday, and we're gonna start from scratch. Checking the Unreal Engine interface first. That's gonna be the first class. Second class is gonna be materials. Third class is gonna be lights. Fourth class is gonna be meshes. Probably it's gonna take a little bit more for materials. Maybe it's gonna take 2 classes so we can cover everything. But yeah, Unreal Engine is super fun. Super fun. Been super happy to learn everything on Unreal Engine. And the amount of detail you can get in Unreal Engine is crazy. Super crazy. Yeah, well, I didn't want to interrupt with the Spanish class, but we'll drop whenever see you online. Yeah, no worries. Whenever you want to show up, I'm over here. It's gonna be the Spanglish class. So thanks for showing by. We're gonna start on next Thursday then. The Unreal Engine course in English. Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. Super fun. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, you gotta bounce. Thank you so much for this. Massively fun. Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much for the subscription and for stopping by and saying hello. Hope to see you soon. Seguimos con lo que estaba hablando en español en el curso. Pues estaba diciendo que iba a cambiar un poco el camino que íbamos tomando con el curso. Íbamos a seguir agregando detalles a varias escenas, armando mundos, que es algo que a mí me gusta un montón en Unreal Engine, hacer landscape. Y sí, acá vi. Y también otra de las cosas que iba a hacer era... ya se me fue, ya perdí el train of thought. ¿Qué iba a hacer? No me acuerdo. Bueno, les iba a decir que iba a hacer algo, pero no me acuerdo qué iba a hacer. Pero bueno, vamos a cambiar un poco el futuro de la clase. Vamos a ir trabajando como siempre diferentes cosas en Unreal Engine. Vamos a trabajar varias escenas. Vamos a trabajar blueprints también. Y vamos a empezar a programar ciertas funciones divertidas dentro de los escenarios. Y pues vamos a seguir para adelante. Llevamos 15 clases. Hoy fue un break intermedio para poder pues contarles un poco de los cambios que había tomado en la dirección del curso. Buena onda por haberse conectado. Gracias Derek por pasar a saludar. A Kobe por la suscripción. Y a los que pasaron a saludar por aquí también muy buena onda. Vamos a seguir trabajando en Unreal Engine. Vamos a seguir haciendo cosas super cool Probablemente a este escenario que tenemos aquí vamos a añadirle más detalle porque le podemos añadir florecitas, podemos añadir un pequeño sendero, podemos añadir unas rocas, podemos darle muchísimo más detalle para que tenga más sentido. Pero vamos a estar haciendo en las próximas clases y voy a empezar curso de Unreal Engine el jueves en inglés para los que estén interesados. Y pues eso es todo por hoy. Gracias por haberse conectado. Nos veremos en una próxima clase. El día jueves en inglés y el día martes continuamos con la primera clase añadiendo detalle a este mundo y añadiendo un par de blueprints para mover las cosas y esperemos que podamos solucionar los problemas de Unreal Engine 5.2. Espero que tengan un muy buen día y nos veremos en la próxima clase.